So great. Good. So as I was saying, we were going through self-awareness and also self-regulation. Now let's go on with social awareness. This is about empathy, more or less. This is that empathy is key here. It is now our ability to understand other people's emotions and also the perspective of others. And it allows us to also have the ability to perceive how the other person is feeling, and but we do it which we can show a real interest in their experience. When we are empathetic, we really care about the other person and we really try to help them, not to our benefit, but to a common benefit. And this is going to be like a win-win situation because we're going to be able to develop good relationships. So the last one is relationship management. And this is all about building and maintaining positive relationships with others. And it involves effective communication, conflict resolution, and also the ability to inspire and influence others. So leadership is one of the soft skills that is part of emotional intelligence. So now that we have gone through what are the components of emotional intelligence, I want to ask you a question. Why do you think that emotional intelligence matters? Why does it matter? If you want to answer in the chat, you can do so. Like, why does emotional intelligence matter?
Yeah, I need your response. Everybody. Doreen, good to have you join us today. How are you? Yeah. Why does emotional intelligence matter? Why does it matter to us? Why is it so important? Why do we care? Yes, please talk to me. Covenant, Doreen. Yeah, somebody, anybody? In no particular order, please remember. David.
What do you think? Okay, Namaste says that it matters because without it, we are likely to be lawless and there won't be order in the society. That is true. That's amazing. Yes, excellent point of view. Who else would like to share why does emotional intelligence matter? Sorry for the misspelling. I put why does emotional intelligence matters, but it is matter. That's okay. Okay, well, research has shown that individuals with a high emotional intelligence tend to be more successful in life. And this is something that has been demonstrated in different situations. You know that, for example, someone, in fact, you may see, I don't know if you have had this situation in some companies that you see someone who is very good with people, that is like a people person, right? Is someone who is so sociable and but maybe they are not that intelligent, let's say that, when it comes to the IQ. But you see that they start to get promoted and they grow in the company in a faster way than other people, right? And you may say, but come on, there are other people who are more competent than this other person. But look, this person is more successful. But the way you are, like, without doubt, you will become successful in life is when you have both things, the IQ and the EQ. But of course, if you have the EQ, that is our emotional intelligence, that is going to be like your likelihood to be successful in life is higher than if you have a high IQ. So Doreen says, emotional intelligence matters but helps to because it helps to control our emotions or our actions. Totally true. And Covenant says it helps people manage their emotions effectively and relate well with others. And that is also so true, because if you are able to manage your emotions and you're able to interact effectively with other people, you will have better relationships in the end. But I'd like to share with you a very interesting story. I don't know if you are familiar with the case with this person that's called Phineas Gage. Phineas Gage was railroad worker in the 1900s. So in 1984, he was 25 years old, and he was a hardworking and well-respected foreman. He was known for his steady hand and also his sharp mind. He was he was also loved by his colleagues and also by his employees, or because he was a very good person with all of them. He was kind, he was an excellent man, and therefore imagine, just with 25 years old, he was able to be a foreman in the company, and he was being promoted, and he was well seen by everyone. But one day, something tragical happened. A terrible accident happened to him. He was supervising an explosion. I mean, it was something very normal for him, right? But there's this, because of a distraction, the explosion came out of control, and a metal rod shot through the air, hitting Phineas' head, and it went right through his skull like this and came out the other side. And it was a miracle because he survived. In fact, right after the accident, he went home and waited for the doctor to come and see him. And when the doctor arrived, he started to have a conversation with him, and he was normal. He explained to him what had happened, and he said that his brain was he hoped that his brain was not affected. However, he started coughing, and with the cough, a piece of brain came out of his head. What happened? Well, I have to say that the doctor immediately thought that he was going to die, and he told the family to prepare for Phineas' funeral. But months later, Phineas was okay. He came after months, 2 or 3 months in bed. He recovered, and he was like normal. But it is true that something in him had changed drastically. And as he used to be a very calm person, responsible, always thinking before he acted, now he became quick to anger, irritable, and often did things without thinking. He was not able to plan. He was very impulsive, and he was really rude with his colleagues and also with his friends. As a result, he lost his job in the railroad company, and he was forced to leave even the country. Doctors were amazed that he survived and that he lived through the accident. And so they decided to study him closely, trying to understand how his brain still worked, even though he had such a bad injury. They learned that part of the Phineas brain, that the part of the Phineas brain that got hurt was important for controlling emotions and making good decisions. So as you can see, something that we can learn from this story, and I have to say that Phineas Gage case is the first case that was studied and in the world of psychology. And it was the first case that even started what we call nowadays neuroscience. And but this story teaches us that understanding our emotions is important, because before the accident, Phineas was good at controlling his emotions and making smart choices. He was able to make good decisions. But after the accident, he struggled with his feelings and often acted without thinking. So we can remember that, look, he even lost his job, and he had a prominent future, and he ended up, of course, he died about 8 years later because of the injury. And but anyway, he imagine 8 years he lived for for 8 years, and so that's a lot. And I have to say that if we understand from this story, we can understand that our emotions and the way they affect our actions. If we are able to control them, we can make better decisions and live a happier life. So I hope that you like this story, and that you can understand how important emotional intelligence is. So now we're going to do an activity together that is about developing emotional intelligence. So it is true that now we have already discussed what emotional intelligence is and why it is important. So in order to be able to develop our emotional intelligence, the first step is to conduct a self-assessment, or to establish like a baseline and see where we have to work, right, to develop our emotional intelligence. So we're going to do an activity. I'm going to ask you 12 questions, and you don't have to answer to me. I just want you to take notes and say, and if you have maybe your mobile phone or anywhere you can write, maybe a notepad, I want you to take it with you. And I'm going to ask you 12 questions, and I just want you to answer to them. I want you to answer them saying yes or no. These are just yes or no questions, but I really want you to reflect on them before you say yes or no. So are you ready?
We are ready.
Yes?
We are ready.
We're ready. Okay. So here
Everybody,
comes with the first question.
everybody type yes in the chat room. We are ready. Type yes. Type yes. If you are ready,
Yeah.
type yes in the chat room. Everybody right now. Yes, please do that. Come on. Awesome. Yes, we are ready. Thank you,
Okay.
Manasseh. Yeah, thank you.
Say yes.
Yes.
So we're ready, and you don't need to answer to me. It is for you, okay? This is a self-assessment on your emotional intelligence. Okay, so here's the first question. Do you understand both your strengths and weaknesses? That means, remember, this is a self-reflection. Analyze yourself and think, do I know what my strengths and weaknesses are? Where am I weak? What are my strengths? Do I have an answer to that? Yes or no? So if your answer is yes, so you just write 1, yes, or no. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the second question. Can you see things from another person's point of view and sense what matters most to him or her? Are you able to understand the way other people feel? Are you able to understand not what they're thinking, but what they might be thinking and why they might be feeling in the way they are feeling? Can you even read like the way they are feeling? Or you can understand if you're feeling angry or upset or sad or happy, and why? Okay, if your answer is yes, type yes or write yes. Or if your answer is no, no. You may also use these questions and think, other people that I know well will also answer the same as me, yes or no about me. Okay. So let's see question number 3. Can you be depended on to take care of every detail? Are you someone who pay attention to details? If your answer is yes, and if your answer is no, no. Remember that it's not only about you, but also think about how other people, like if they were asked, if you do this, if you can do this, if they will answer yes or no. Okay, so what about number 4? Question 4. Are you comfortable with change and open to novel ideas? Remember, don't rush. Analyze the answer and try to make a self-reflection. And be honest with yourself. You're not sharing this with anyone. It is with yourself. And this is for self-growth. So do you feel comfortable with change? Or you're someone who, whenever there's something that is changing in your life, your first reaction is as normal, that you complain, or for you resist change for longer than other people? So if you are comfortable with change and you're adaptable, you can try yes. Or if you are not adaptable and you feel that you are a very stubborn person, you keep with no. Now, question number 5. Are you motivated by the satisfaction of meeting your own standards of excellence? Like, do you set your own goals and try to meet them, and you feel satisfied or motivated to achieve them? You know, and you say, okay, this is what I want to achieve, and this is what I have to do, and you do it, you're determined, and you try to satisfy yourself, not others' ideas or expectations. So, okay, yes or no? Question number 6. Do you stay optimistic when things go wrong? If there's something that is not going in the way that you want, do you immediately think that, well, there's nothing we can do about it, and you become with negative thoughts, and then you even think of the worst case scenario, and you understand that is what is going to happen? Or on the other hand, you are optimistic and you always see the bright side of the things, and you're saying, well, if this is a situation that is teaching me something. Okay, so if your answer is yes, yes. If your answer is no, no. Question 7. Do you let clients' needs determine how you serve them? That means, do you listen to your clients? This is when we talk about clients, is not only about clients at work. It could be your friends, it could be your family, anyone who needs something from you. Do you let their needs determine how you serve them, determine how you interact with them? If your answer is yes, type yes or write yes. And if your answer is no, no. Then question number 8. Do you enjoy helping colleagues develop their skills? That means if you have the opportunity to help anyone at work, for example, to develop their skills and see them progress, are you willing to help them, or you prefer not to? Because there are some people who are so competitive that they prefer not to help other colleagues. But are you the kind of person that keeps helping everyone, no matter, you don't feel that you don't feel that that person is a threat to you, and you are not competing with anyone? So if your answer is yes, yes. And if it is no, no. Question 9. Can you effectively interpret dynamics in various situations? Interpret social dynamics. That means if you at work, you know how to behave. At home, you know how to behave with your family members. Also, when you go out with your friends, depending on the situation where you are, on this, you interact in the way you are expected. If your answer is yes, yes, or if your answer is no, no. Think of different situations. If you, for example, if you go to a party, but you are just so quiet and shy, do you think that that is the way you need to behave at that place or not? So think about it. How do you interact with other people in various situations, in different social settings? Now, question number 10. Are you able to find win-win solutions in negotiations and conflicts? When you are negotiating with someone, what is your way to behave? Do you prefer to win rather than lose? And you don't care if the other person is losing, or if you say, okay, if I am not winning, I prefer not to have any kind of negotiation with you and we both lose. Or you say, okay, I prefer to lose and the other person wins. Or you prefer win-win situations. Are you able to find win-win solutions in your negotiations? Next question. Are you the kind of person other people want in a team? Do they want you to join whenever there is a kind of work that they have to do, a project or something? Do they look for you? Do they say, do they look happy because they're going to collaborate with you? So that is the question. If your answer is yes, go and answer yes. And if it is no, no. And the last question, are you usually persuasive? Are you able to persuade other people when you are talking to them? Are you able to talk people into something to convince others? Especially when you want to sell something to them. Are you persuasive enough? Okay. So this is the end of, this is a self-assessment that has been suggested by a university, the University of Florida. And it is about emotional intelligence. And if you answered yes to more than 6 of the questions listed, we can say that you have a good emotional intelligence. Like the higher your answer yes, like the higher number of yes answers you have, the higher your emotional intelligence is. However, it is true that there are many aspects in your lives that you need to work on and to develop. And each of these questions, if you, the ones to the ones that you answer no, for example, if you are not usually persuasive, that means that maybe you need to work on your communication skills. And if your answer to the question that people don't want you in a team, they don't look for you. So here you need to see that it's possible that you are not a good team player and you need to work on your social skills so that you can cooperate with others. Maybe even work with empathy, on your empathy, and also your active listening. And if it is win-win situations, your answer is no. Here you need to work on your empathy for sure, and also problem-solving skills. And just go through the ones that you answered no. you will see that there is a sub-skill of emotional intelligence that is assessed in that case. And the idea is that you are able to analyze them effectively, or to see if you can develop those areas effectively. So here I'm going to just explain very quickly some strategies. I hope that you understood and this was a good assessment for you towards the end in the Q&A session, and also with the comments. I would like to listen from you. What has been your experience with the test? And so, but let's go on with the strategies. So, for example, for cultivating self-awareness, it is important to develop our emotional literacy. We need to know what emotions are and how to manage them properly. When we talk about managing emotions, it's not that we're going to control our emotions, it's that with our thoughts, we can regulate the way we feel and we can communicate them more effectively. So if we want to cultivate self-awareness, we can do it through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, journaling, and also seeking feedback from others. It is important to be brave enough to accept other people's critics and see ways that you can, or room where you can grow and where you can improve. I love listening to others, even if it hurts me sometimes. I have to say that I understand that I need to be brave enough, as I said, to face this feedback, so that when I read the feedback, when I receive the feedback, I am able to improve, because I want to become a better version of myself. So if I am committed to that, I have to accept feedback from other people. By becoming more aware of our own emotions, we can better understand how they influence our thoughts and behaviors. So this is why it is important to become self-aware. And then the other one is about practicing self-regulation. That's important and it is essential. In fact, that is my weakest part, because I'm very good with self-awareness, I have to say, but when it comes to self-regulation, this is a work in progress. And I'm happy because I can see that I am becoming a better version of myself, because I am reacting to situations that I had in the past. Nowadays, my reactions are way better, and I see that my self-regulation has improved a lot. So with techniques such as deep breathing, visualization, and reframing, these can help us manage our emotions from and so that we can manage our emotions more effectively. And also, by learning to control our impulses and reactions, we can respond to challenging situations with greater clarity and also composure. So, what about improving social awareness? This is a tough one, but I have to say that, for example, practicing active listening, which is, if we want to talk about this, we need to do another course on active listening. This is a skill that I have to say that is really difficult to improve, but you can develop it, of course. This is about listening to others and not listening to answer to them promptly, but to really understand what their needs are and understand their emotions. And maybe they are not asking you for a solution. They are asking you for just to so that someone can hear them, can listen to them. And so that is active listening. You can even read their gestures, the way they behave. You can read how they're feeling. And so you can put in practice your empathy. Also, you try to do empathy exercises and try to put yourselves in other people's shoes. By developing a deeper understanding of others' emotions and perspectives, we can strengthen our connections and also build trust. And this is really important when it comes to, for example, managerial positions and supervisory positions. It is important to develop our empathy, because this way we are able to understand our employees and help them grow. Another part that we can use, that is relationship management. How can we enhance relationship management? We can enhance this by putting into practice effective communication. This is another area where we really need to improve when it comes to what is effective communication. It is not only sending a message, but making sure that this message is understood. And also try to be transparent and honest and show that you are a person with integrity. This way, you have a more effective communication and people can trust you. And so your interpersonal interactions will improve. Also, we could work on our conflict resolution skills and the ability to collaborate with others, also teamwork, which is essential for building healthy relationships. This is something that we need to work on. And we need to invest time and effort into nurturing our relationships. We need to communicate with our people and create a supportive network of colleagues, friends, and loved ones. So throughout this process, it is important to remember that developing emotional intelligence skills is a journey, not a destination. We are not perfect. Remember what Daniel Goleman says. We are not perfect. We are looking for, if we get to the perfect doesn't have room for progression. So it is important for us to continue to grow and progress. And you will see that we will always find a way to become a better version of the person that we are today. So I hope that you like this. And now what we're going to do, that we're reaching the end of the session. Okay, so as I said, now we're going to present a case study. And so we're going to watch it and listen to the conversation between Monica and Namita. So what I want you to do is to pay close attention to both employees, how they interact with each other. And during the break, what I want you to think is how these two people how they use their emotional intelligence and which aspects of emotional intelligence they are missing. Okay, so let's watch it. Let's see if it can be. Can you see it? No. Okay, I'm going to share with you the link on so that you can watch. Yes, I can share this screen. Let me see if I can share it. It is only 3 minutes, so I guess.
Hello guys, myself Monica. I'm CEO of the company JAVIER.
Hello guys, myself Namita. I'm manager of the company JAVIER.
Hello guys, myself. Hello Namita. Please have a seat.
Thank you, Monica. I have been looking forward to this meeting.
Overall, Namita, your performance has been good this year. However, I have noticed some issues with teamwork and collaboration that need to be addressed.
I don't agree, Monica. I have been working really hard and have done an excellent job leading my team.
Namita, please listen to me. I'm not saying you're doing a bad job, but I do see some areas where you could improve.
I don't understand why you're being so critical, Monica. I deserve a raise for all the hard work I've done for this company.
I understand that you're frustrated, but let's focus on the feedback and how you can improve in the future.
I cannot believe you're not recognizing my contributions to this company, Monica. I work harder than anyone else here, and I deserve to be compensated for that.
Namita, I understand how you feel, but we need to look at this objectively. Your salary is based on your performance, and there are areas where you could improve.
I cannot believe you're doing this to me, Monica. I thought you were on my side, but it seems like you're just trying to hold me back.
That's not true, Namita. I want to help you improve so you can reach your full potential.
I cannot work for someone who doesn't appreciate me, Monica. Either give me the raise I deserve, or I'm out of here.
Namita, please calm down. We can work this out together, but you need to be willing to accept feedback and work on improving your performance.
Fine. I'll show you what I'm worth, Monica. You'll regret treating me like this.
I hope she can find a way to see things more objectively and work on improving her emotional intelligence. It's critical to success in the workplace.
Okay. So I hope that you could. Hello?
Yes, we are live. We are live. We can hear you.
Okay, just a moment. Let me close the video.
If you're a teenage girl living almost anywhere in rural Africa, your ability to go to school is entirely dependent
I don't
on
know
where
what
you
it
go to
is.
find water.
Okay,
Currently in
anyway,
southern Malawi,
I
with
don't
friends,
find.
Beth and Bethia. We're walking to their
Okay, so well,
water
the idea is that during the 10 minutes that we will have as a break,
are averaging
you
2
can
days
hear me.
at school.
Yes.
What we will do is that I want you to analyze the case, and I want you to tell me which aspects of emotional intelligence you understand that Namita is missing, and also about the strengths of Monica.
And